Hey everyone, Livy here, back with another video, and today I have a very special flip through and kind of first impressions video of the new Tarot of Echoes by Anna Tourian. This is her new, I believe it's independently produced deck, and I'm very excited because, yeah, I pre-ordered it, and there's actually a little story with that, but she gave me a cute little business card, links to her website and email, and a thank you so much bit. Let's talk a little bit about how I ended up with this deck, okay, guys? Sorry, I got my morning coffee here, just because my throat's been a little weird. I've been a little sick, so anyways, this deck. So, funny story. When I saw that Anna Tourian was doing pre-orders for this deck, for some reason, my brain thought, based on the artwork and stuff, oh, is this Bonestone and Earthflesh renamed? I was like kind of confused about what was going on, like what kind of deck this was. And I don't have the Bonestone and Earthflesh. That's a deck that's been on my radar, been kind of one of those unicorns, but I don't own it. But anyways, for some reason, I thought that the deck, this was that deck. And I didn't find out until after I pre-ordered this deck that a Tarot of Echoes is a completely different deck than Bonestone and Earthflesh. So that was my mistake. But at that point, I thought, you know what? I love Anna Tourian's art. I've been meaning to get a deck of hers anyways. Let's see if this one works out. So today we're going to flip through this. So yeah, I was showing you guys, this is the box. It's one of those magnetic closures. I do actually like that it's pretty compact. It's nothing too crazy here. Okay. And then it opens up and it looks like this. So it's like completely lie flat, has one of these. Oh, I need to get, oh, and this is what's cool. She signed it. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I guess that'll like deter, I don't know, people who try to do fake decks. That's a whole thing right now. I'm not going to get into it, but I have noticed that trend, more fake decks around. Does this deck start with, oh, okay. Anyways, these are the backs. I didn't notice, is this a, oh, it's a printing error. It doesn't feel like a scratch, guys. I just have like a slight printing error on the side of my last card. That's okay. I figure things like that might happen. Card stock, from what I can tell, it's very bendy. It's on the smoother side, but it's not like a, like, because I have light coming in, you can see some gloss, but it's not a high gloss, so this feels actually pretty good. If you're a riffle shuffler, I don't foresee you having a problem with this. Cardstock, yeah. And then has these just plain edges, and that's fine. But these are the backs. They're very cool. I love the combinations of like blues and reds. I do notice she kind of does that a lot in her art, and maybe that's what excites me because I love blue and red combinations. But anyways, like I said, this is going to be, guys, kind of like my, I'm gonna make sure it's not too chatty, but I'm gonna flip through the deck. If there's anything that really stands out to me and I think is really cool, I'm gonna point it out. I am gonna, once again, I'm gonna link it below. She recently posted a video, I guess, with her thoughts on the artwork, like why she did the artwork the way she did. So I'm not going to be like redundant, I guess, but I am going to give in this video just a flip through and my first impressions. So let's start. And this is the Fool. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of Icarus. The Magician. Wow, I do like the rose. This is so cool. Oh, and this High Priestess. So this is the card that's on the box. I actually really like this High Priestess. I like that she's like, she's still mysterious and otherworldly. Like you get that vibe because she's like looking through this, this water, I guess, to scry. But it's really beautiful. You see the moon. Still very mysterious. Really cool. And this Empress is so cool too. This is so different. I would have never thought to put the Empress like this. Cosmic kind of universe thing. But it's really cool. But the same, okay. These kind of do match up. Some people really like when their emperors and empresses match up. I think these kind of do, because in this deck, it seems like the emperor is the earth, which is very different from what you normally would see for the emperor. You'd usually associate that with the empress, but she's like the one with the whole universe. That's so interesting. Okay. Really cool. Then we have the Hierophant is renamed to the Wise One. Also really cool. That he's studying. The Lovers. This is one of the cards we got to see previews of before too. Like she had artwork of this around. They're kind of sweet. I do like these. I kind of do like these lovers. It's really cool too, or for me, like I like that they're not like, people just immediately always have them like naked, and we don't always need the lovers to be naked, okay? Like they're happy together, and I really like this. This is beautiful. The Chariot. Wow. That's like 2 dragon like demons that she has to pull, or they have to pull. Can't really tell with the gender, but really cool. Strength. Wow. The Hermit. Oh my goodness. So there's a lot of cool details with this card, because not only do you see him following the path here, look closely. His lantern also has the same image going again and again. It's like you're always kind of refinding yourself. That's really cool. Really, really cool. Sorry. Then we have the Wheel. Wow. Looks like there's runes. I need to study more of my runes. I haven't been doing runes lately, but I can tell these are runes. I recognize some of these. I just don't remember their names. That'd be really interesting to look at later. This is Justice. Wow. The colors in this deck, I think, are the thing I'm most impressed with. They're just so interesting and different. Like, even this Hangman is so different. Like, the perspective on it, where you see that the figure is already jumping out the tree. That is so fascinating. Oh, sorry. My lighting just got really bad. California has been having, like, some weird weather all year round. So, it will change from, like, being really dark to really light. Death. Wow. His death's pretty cool. Very different. But it still kind of means the same thing, like rebirth. Like, you see, like, part of this is dying, but at the same time, she's becoming one with nature. That's really cool. Wow, this Temperance. Yo, look at this. Oh, this is so cool. The balance between the two sides, because you have, like, one side that's more, like, watery, icy, and then you have one side that's more fiery. Wow. Okay, this is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool Temperance. Holy shit. I love it. Okay, we have the Devil. Wow. This deck is like pulling all the punches, and I'm here for it. Like, look at this tower. This is so cool. I like that she takes such a different approach to some of these cards. Like, even the Star card, right? Like, the hope is within you, and she's like chucking, you know, these shackles that were chained to her. Very beautiful. Oh, and the moon. This is a cool moon. I like it because it does show some of that, like, it almost harkens, this card kind of almost reminds me of like harkening back to the wheel. Like you never know what you're going to get with the moon. And it can be kind of anxiety inducing. I kind of see that with this. That's really cool. And then the sun. And I do like that they kind of go together too. Really cool. Okay, and Judgment is renamed Awakening. That's a common thing to do. But that's really interesting. Like with the hole in the sky and the tears in the water. Wow. And then finally, okay, finally of the majors, we have the world. And this is a really, really cool world because it kind of reminds me too of Temperance, right? Is like that balance. Like you feel complete once you understand the balance within you. That's really badass. I really like this. This deck, I've decided, like literally when I got this package, I was like, you know what? This has to be one of the decks I use in March. I was originally going to use a different deck, but this one I think has to be in it. But anyways, we are now in the suit of swords. So we have the Ace of Swords. And I do like that it harkens to the mind still in the card. That's really cool. Ooh, the Two of Swords, being torn between two choices here. The Three of Swords. Very different interpretation, but you do see the sadness there. Yeah, sometimes this card is more drama and sadness and like heartbreak, although I do see something in the water here that harkens back to the heart that usually gets destroyed. Okay, wow. Okay, this Four Swords is giving me a lot. I really like this. Because this reminds me of the Hermit. And sometimes the Four Swords is like that. Like you need to recharge and find some kind of sanctuary. Kind of very similar to the Hermit. I really like that this shows this. Pretty cool. Five of Swords. Oh, interesting. I was trying to think for a second what I see here. Well, the hand, the dark hand, is reaching down. And I think this king has realized that they've made a mistake. Like whatever victory they might have gotten still wasn't, it might not have been worth it, right? So that's really interesting. Six of Swords too. I like the perspective that you finally see behind. Like you see why this figure had to leave. And clearly it's because the whole city's burning down. Wow. The colors. This deck has so many colors. Okay, this is the Seven of Swords. Oh, I do like, and this is kind of silly. I do like that this card though is showing that sometimes it's not like someone being like completely deceiving. Clearly this person is stealing all their clothes when they went out to swim, but it's like it's something that can be easily fixed. Like those people can go out, stop them, and take the clothes back. It's not like you know, it's not something as like severe as sometimes this card shows. So I like that. This is the Seven. The Eight. Still see it bound. That's really cool though. The Nine. Okay, this is really good. It's like showing the anxiety and like the nightmares, and it's like it's usually coming from you. Really, really good. Oh, and the 10. Okay. And this is really interesting. So you might see little details. This figure was pricked by all these swords, but the swords are falling away. They're on the edge of a cliff. And yeah, they basically hit rock bottom. Like, what do you do from here? How do you get back up? Really cool. And by the way, you guys might have noticed this deck does not come with a guidebook. So it probably would be very helpful to see the video of Anna Tourian's, and I will eventually be watching that too. I just, again, wanted my own, like, first impressions thing before going into that, so you know what this deck is all about. Anyways, we have the page. the knight. And it's interesting that he's like holding the sword by not the hilt. So that's going to cut him too. Interesting. The queen. Very different queen. It's an interesting one. I guess too from the perspective, because like you see up. And the King of Swords. This is interesting. You guys, if you've seen my court card series, you know that I usually see the Queen of Wands as like the strategist. But so it's interesting to see this King of Swords with the chess piece. But it could be kind of, I can see some diplomat vibes from this. So that's really interesting. Okay. The Ace of Cups. We're in the cups now, sorry. Two of Cups. Really interesting. 3, I do like that. You still see the friends and they're hanging out. And this 4 of Cups, she's like, no, I don't want that. The 5, you still see the distress, the flowers broken up. Love the colors here. The 6. Seven, I still like, there's some choices here that are floating. So I do like that the choices are still presented and they're different. The 8 of Cups. Wow, this is really cool too, because you can see there's 2 paths they could have taken and they decided to leave probably because this path is very barren. That's cool. Sorry, the 9. Taking sips in between of my coffee. Really pretty 9. 10. The family is still there. That's cool. Sorry if you hear honking in the background because, again, my neighborhood. The Page of Cups. A Knight of Cups. Oh, the Knight still has a rose, so it still shows like that romantic vibes. The Queen of Cups. See, this is what I was talking about. You see the shell. That's so interesting because this harkens back to the 4, but it also harkens back to, for me, the idea of like the High Priestess tuning in. I always see these 2 cards connected. That's cool. And the King. Wow. Oh, okay. We're in the Wands. But look at how cool this card is. It's very simple, but I love it because it shows it's just a spark, right? But something very beautiful. I really like that. Ooh, this deck is so good so far. I'm enjoying it, as all. But it's my Ace of Wands. This is the 2 of Wands. Okay. So this is showing a more traditional 3. This is 2 of Wands where you still see somebody who's like trying to plan and plot and decide where they're going. But a 3 is more traditionally shown. Like you kind of see that somebody in the background is going to go on a journey, but you don't like totally see that. That's interesting though. Wow, they're pretty. Okay, this is the 4. Very cool. I will say, this deck, I do notice there's interesting bits where some people look younger, some people look older. I do see a couple of like diverse faces mixed in there. This is kind of nice. I kind of like the balance here. Okay. 5 of Wands. So this is so interesting. They are still in conflict, though. You can tell they're like butting heads, literally. That's really cool. 6 of Wands. Wow. They've reached their victory. They're on like the top of a mountain. There's even a rainbow. That's really cool. Ooh, interesting. The 7. So this is more traditional kind of a little bit because you still see it there, but it's just drawn differently. And I kind of like that. Really cool. Oh, get out of here. Wow. This 8 though. This is so different. I really like this. Because you guys know the 8 of Wands, most of the time, especially with the RWS, it kind of gets the shaft a lot. You always see it as just like the 3, like the bunch of arrows. I like that this is different because this arrow has pierced the time, right? The hourglass. It pierced it. There's no more time anymore. You better run. You better go. You still get the idea of that movement and having to like the urgency when this card appears. It's just presented in a very different way, and that's really, really cool. I would definitely urge more creators to be different like this when they're thinking about some of these cards, because some of them really just get the same terrible treatment, and yeah, that kind of sucks. So I really like that she did something really, really different. This is really cool. And then we have this is so cool too. Look at this 9 of Wands. You still get the sense that they've had to like persevere. Like clearly he's all beat up, this family that's going along together. But like look at some of their faces. Like some of them are so fierce. Like she's so fierce. They're still gonna try to keep surviving as long as they can. That's really good. And this 10, my goodness. Wow, like carrying the weight of either your city, your town, your community, your family on your back. This is very much like Atlas too. Every time I think of the 10 of Wands, I actually do think of Atlas a lot. So this is really good. And we are finally on to the last suit. We are in the Pentacles. I'm really enjoying what I see from this deck so far though. Oh, I know, sorry. We're still in the Wands. Page of Wands. Really cute though. Ooh, this Knight of Wands. Wow, what a badass. I really like this. Sorry. I'm just partial to the Knights. This Queen of Wands is really badass too, though. I really like this. Okay. And the King. He even has a dragon. Love it. Okay. Sorry. Now we are on to the Pentacles, but those, the court cards were really cool. Okay, this is the Ace of Pentacles, and wow, I like that, this is so different, but I like that she's, like, offering, like, a key here. That could be, like, the keys to the kingdom kind of idea, like your possessions. That's really cool. 2 of Pentacles. There's, like, what is that, a duck in there? And then, like, the rest of the stuff that they're about. Oh, the golden egg. Okay, it's a goose. Okay. That's so funny. I like this, though. That's really cool. 3 of Pentacles. You still get a sense of teamwork here. That's good. The 4. Yep. Hoarding that money. 5. Wow. I like that. Oh, this looks like the Notre Dame in the background, but that's really cool. Different way to show that like hardship and destitution. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at the 6 of Pentacles. This is a beautiful way to show the 6 of Pentacles. Wow. With the pigeons. It's not just like, here, peasant, take your food. Like, this is like somebody giving back. And it's in the smallest of ways, but it's very, it shows like how caring and generous sometimes you could be, right? So beautiful. We have the 7. Wow. Okay, this is cool too. Okay, I do like that this is still showing somebody who's working hard on improving their craft. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Look at all those beautiful violins. That's really cool. The 9. Look at all the hard work she's put in. Look at all those roses. They look like roses at least. That's really beautiful. And then, oh, the 10. Still shows that family, like that legacy, right? There's like a grandparent with grandchildren kind of vibe. That's good. I really like this. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. Really cool. The facial expressions on the people here are really good too. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Shut up. Look at this Queen of Pentacles. She is so cool. I am digging this. My goodness. She's beautiful. Wow. And then finally, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, guys, I have to say, I'm really impressed by the art. I mean, I already did like Anna Turian's art, but like seeing it like this, sorry, and just like her different interpretations of things is very beautiful. Now, for those who are curious, I am going to try now to shuffle this deck right now. Like I said, the cardstock is, it's on the smooth side, not a high gloss. Just because it's in the light, it seems more like a high gloss, but it's not. It's just like a regular kind of gloss. It's very thin and bendy. So this is cardstock that, again, if you riffle shuffle, this probably won't be a problem for you. I don't riffle shuffle. I just overhand. But as you can see, it's really easy to overhand also. I don't foresee it being a problem. Now, for people like me who do like to edge decks, the only thing I will say, and I've learned this from experience, right? If you are someone who wants to edge your deck, I'm going to be hesitant with this one only because when I feel the texture on the side here, it's not like bad. It's not like necessarily a negative, but it's rougher. And I've learned that if you have an edge that's rougher, sometimes when you try to apply color around it, it won't, it means you'll, how do I phrase this? It means you might have to do a couple layers, which means that you're more likely to have marker, getting off on your hands a lot. So I'm going to debate on that. I don't know if I would because it feels rougher. So yeah, but doesn't necessarily need edging. It's just for those who like to modify. But anyways, this deck is beautiful. And I am actually in a pickle where I am trying to decide what Oracle deck I'm going to use for the month of March. Because March has barely started at the time of filming this. It's like day 2. So let me see here what oracles I might want to try to put here. So be right back. Hang on. Okay, to start out, we're going to try some oracles to see what kind of, oops, let me flip this over, that kind of go with this. First off, I have here, this is called the Hidden Forest Oracle. This is a deck you can get on Etsy. And we're going to see if these go. So again, I'm looking for an oracle deck that can go with this deck and probably some of the other decks I'm going to be using in the month of March. But I'm trying to see if these kind of go. And so far, well, this deck is actually very colorful and this deck is colorful. So I do think this could work. I don't always pull this deck out because as you can see here, this oracle is very different. It just has like the picture of a thing on it and it's square, as you can see. So sometimes like things get all wonky. But the colors of this deck, because it's very vibrant and stuff, kind of does go with it. I just don't always pull this out because I always have to use the little cards that come with this deck to understand the meaning. I don't have 100% the associations. So that was the Hidden Forest Oracle. Debating on that one. I don't, like I said, this is a fun oracle, but I don't always pull it out. It is a different shape though. It's square for those who might like square decks. Let's see. One of the other decks I've been contemplating this month is a strong contender. This is the Earthbound Oracle by, where is it? Skull Garden or A.L. Schwartz. This is a deck you can also get on Etsy. This deck is beautiful. I think this one's probably going to be the strongest contender because the other decks I'm thinking of using in the month of March are like Tarot of the Divine, my Goblins and Gardens Tarot, my what else did I pick? Oh, my Wonderworld Tarot. So yeah, these could go, I think. And as you can see, right off the bat, I'm noticing this deck pretty much does go with this. This is a really good pair with this. Probably the strongest pair, I think, of the ones I'm going to see. But I guess I'll find out. And sorry, my decks are slip and sliding everywhere. So yeah. I think this goes the best. But you guys can tell me if you think a different one went a little better. It goes with this deck. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my cat was being really naughty, so I had to stop her in the background. Anyways, yeah, I think this will probably be the strongest contender. I really like these paired together. I think it could go with my other decks. So this is, once again, Earthbound Oracle. Let me see what else I have here, though. Ooh, this is a new deck, so kind of takes some precedence. This is the Outdoors Oracle. Although this is more like, what is it? This is more outdoors, but it's like our world, so I don't know how well it'll blend with this deck here, but kind of want to take a chance here. Let's see what happens. Goes okay, but I don't think it's my favorite. See, I am going to have some trouble finding a pair for the Outdoors Oracle. It'll probably go better with my more plant-based decks for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe. But yeah, I don't think it goes as much with this one. So I'm going to take this. Okay, that was a quick little test. Ooh, I do think it'll go with this one, but I don't know if this deck will go with the rest of the decks I have planned for the... See, that's also part of it, is like, I want an Oracle that's going to be well-rounded with the other decks. This one might. This is my mini Roots and Wings Oracle. This deck is very beautiful, so I think it'll go with this. But I don't know if it'll go as well with Tarot of the Divine or even the Wonderworld Tarot for that matter. So that's the only thing. So maybe if I use this deck again a different month, it'll probably go a little better with those. See? Very beautiful. Like, because this one's more muted, it goes pretty well. This is also a good pairing, I think, for those who might be interested. The Roots and Wings mini or the regular Roots and Wings. I just have the mini because you guys know me. I like mini decks. Wow. I do like this. Okay, this is a nice pair for this deck, but I don't know if it'll go with the rest for the month, so I don't know if I'll be using it this month. Good to know, though. That's also a good pair. Earthbound and this one, I think, are my favorites so far, but the Hidden Realm one also works. Or Hidden Forest, sorry, not Hidden Realm. Just for funsies, we're going to take out my little Coastal Curiosities. I think this deck will probably go with this one, but it's not going to fit the vibe of the other decks I have for the month. So I don't think I'll be pairing them together. But this, I think, will make a good pair with this deck. So that's also why I'm showing it. Or potentially a good pair. Right? It's all about potential. Yeah. Funny enough, this actually does kind of go. I think it's because this deck has such strong colors that I think it can go with a lot of good oracles. And this one just has the right amount of like minimal, maximal vibes. Like it's somewhere in between. That I think it does go pretty good, huh? Coastal Curiosities. By the way, I also have this mini right now. I'm just showing the mini. I do have the full size too. But yeah, if you have Coastal Curiosities, I think it goes pretty well with this actually. That's so funny. That's a pair I did not expect to work good together, but they look kind of nice. Digging that. Choices, choices. That's a good one. Coastal Curiosities. The mini guys is very, the pocket edition, I mean, is a very good price right now too. So if Lennox still has them, run, don't walk. That's one of the few times I will say that, like, go get this other deck. But anyways, let me see if I can find another pair. Oh, this is this is an Oracle I actually have not used yet. So this might be the time, depending. This is the Green Glyphs Oracle. There's also a Tarot, right? There's the Rune deck. And the Lenormand, but this is by James R. Eads. This is specifically the Oracle. And I'm really curious to see. I have not used this Oracle yet, just because like it's such it has like a very specific color palette, as you can see. So I was not sure if I can find a deck that goes good with it. But I do love the images in this deck. I say, this cream color kind of goes with the cream colors going here a little bit. So I think it could potentially work. But my thing with this deck, I think, is just like, it's not always, the Oracle, I mean, it's not always as exciting. I thought when I first saw this Oracle, I thought it would have more, like, see there, when the light hits it, I thought it was going to be more like this look, like rainbow metallic, and I was all for that. But then when I got the deck, when you notice it, it really shows up mostly like this, like gold. You don't see the metallic-y as much. So sometimes it's kind of disappointing. It's like, wah, wah, because you're like expecting, see, more like this. And then it looks really beautiful with these. But most of the time, that metallic look really just shows up as gold unless you hit it in the light. So, I don't know. This is a maybe, but I'm not excited by this pair, unfortunately. But yeah. This is an option too. Works, but yeah, not the most exciting pair. What else do I have here? I have basically, I'm surprised how many decks I pulled for this. I'm really trying to figure out what Oracle I want to use. This is kind of more, this is going to be more shits and giggles. This is the Seashell Oracle. I do want to use this deck. I am thinking this year, I am thinking more July or August, or June. But I am curious to see if this goes with this deck. This one is bigger here. Huh. You know, I think... Wow. I think it kind of goes. But the thing with the Seashell Oracle is that it's so, what's it called? It's so oceany that I don't know if it goes 100% with like these more earth vibes from the Tarot of Echoes. They don't look bad together, but I don't know if I personally, I don't know if I personally want to pull them together. Also because I don't think they fit the vibe of the other decks, again, that I'm using this month. But the Seashell Oracle is pretty cool too. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, another option. I like exploring these options now, guys. Next up. Oh, this is one I've also debated using this month. This is, for those who are curious, the Heart's Eye Oracle. This is by my name twin. I am not the creator of this deck, but she is my name twin. Even though it's technically not her full name, I think she uses her two middle names to do her art, whereas that's actually my name. This deck is kind of cool too. I am curious. I do love this deck when I do use it. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Okay. Now this one, I think actually can go with this one, but I don't remember how well it goes with, what's it called? With the other decks I'm going to have. Intuition, love. This actually, I'm surprised. New Beginnings, Truth, and the Eight of Wands. Wow. This actually doesn't look too bad, huh? I actually kind of like this. Huh. Not bad. I think it's because this deck, again, this deck is so vibrant, the Tarot of Echoes, that you can kind of find a lot of pairs to go with it. And because it's borderless too, even if a deck like this one has borders on it, I think it goes. I think it goes. Huh. Interesting. I did not expect to like this pairing as much. I don't think it's my favorite, but I'm actually surprised by how well this pairing works. So once again, this is the Heart's Eye Oracle. I think this creator is more known for her mermaid one she did recently, and she also has a tarot now. I don't have either of those. I think this one's my fave, to be honest, of the way I've seen the art presented. Okay, finally, guys, this is going to be our last pairing with, or the last two pairings, I guess, with this deck. Just because I'm curious and because these ones will go with my other decks that I'm going to be using this month. This is my Citadel Oracle. This is the special edition. That's why I'm also showing the deck of emblems. Because I tend to use these two in tandem. I use them at the same time if I pull them. Okay. This one I'm mostly curious about because this will go great, of course, with the Goblins and Gardens Tarot. And I think it'll also work with Tarot as a Divine. I think it'd be the least likely pair, though, to go with the Wonderworld Tarot. But we're going to find out right now. Okay. I'm sorry. I realize my camera's been a little wonky. I did try to straighten it a little. Sorry if everything looks a little crooked. Anyways, let's see how these work with this deck. Wow. Gate and the Fate with Seven of Pentacles. That's kind of cool. Oddly enough, I'm kind of liking this pair. I think it's because, like I said, this deck has such strong colors, and because it's borderless, you can kind of stick it with anything that's more neutral or like different colored, and I don't think it has issue, right? I don't think so. These kind of work. Very interesting. I think it fits. But it's like, do I go with this? Do I pair these decks with this one, the Goblins and Gardens, just because it fits the theme? I don't know, but I don't know about you guys. My favorite combination so far, I think, was that Earthbound Oracle. But give me comments down below. Tell me which one you think. I mean, by the time that this video releases, I probably will have made my choice already. But tell me what you think, because maybe I will switch it up. I don't know. But I also do like this one. This is not a bad choice. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. If you've watched this long, thank you for watching. I hope you got some ideas for pairs if you have any of the oracles that I showed today. And also just thought this deck was really cool. If you were thinking about, oh, should I pre-order it? Should I not? Maybe take the chance, especially if you've been wanting Anna Tourian's art, because like me, I've been eyeing the Earthstone and Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot for a while. Obviously, that's out of print right now. It will be not paperback. It will be mass market soon, though, is what I heard. And then I'm also, I don't know. I also liked the idea of the Tarot of the Abyss, but I just don't like black and white completely. So that's why I think this deck right now is a pretty good middle ground. It's very beautiful. And yeah, like I said, with that, I'm going to head out. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I will see you again next time. Bye!